I wore a nicotine patch to bed last night, so I had vivid dreams, which is unusual for me. Most of the dream seemed to be centered around revolutionizing the Nintendo gaming company with my teenage nephews, none of whom have actually reached adolescence yet. Unfortunately, I forgot all this sweet revolutionary gaming know-how because after that part of the dream business went down, I stood on my head and spun around like a breakdancer for what seemed like at least 45 minutes, speeding up and slowing down in turn with the outstretching and pulling in of my legs, which caused me to completely forget any of the technical Nintendo information I may have gathered, which, come to think of it, from what I remember, seemed to just be upgrading from the original Nintendo console to a SNES, so probably completely irrelevant now anyway. After what felt like the 45-minute breakdance headspin, feeling impressed with myself for how long I'd pulled off such an extremely difficult maneuver, I checked my stopwatch to see for how long I'd actually been spinning for, and the watch read 1:28. So I felt quite disappointed that all that spinning was only 1 minute and 28 seconds, which oddly enough, 1:28 PM is when I caught the bus to go to Lismore today to buy bulk sexual lubricant and go to a pub for a friend's birthday drinks. Okay, so in the last part of the dream I remember being shown by my dad and aunt a photograph apparently taken by my grandpa of him and the congregation of his church all in 1960s Sunday best lying around in a big sepia cuddle puddle, and awkwardly thinking to myself, Grandpa was kind of a bit of a creep, while my father and aunt sort of whisked me away, seeming to silently think the same thing. The last part of the dream I remember was my aunt, who was much younger than she is in real life now, standing in a doorway in an old denim suit, like all whitewashed looking, and nervously telling me, who was somehow simultaneously my dad, that she wanted to show us her new clothes, but wasn't sure if they suited her, and I/dad was like, show us, and then she stripped off in the doorway. And as she did, she morphed into an even younger looking version of herself, and, revealing that she was wearing a much newer, much bluer denim suit underneath. And me and my dad were like, yeah, it looks good, don't stress. And then I woke up.